Cool here, back again with another video. We're here talking about the biggest one, bottlenecks. Bottlenecks here, and the biggest bottleneck here for me is gold. So I'm going to be starting a beautiful little thing since the last payday event. So I'm going to try to save up as much gold as I can to try and get to at least a decent amount of gold, because this bottleneck is just a pain. There's a lot of bottlenecks in this game, and the biggest one here is probably, well, golden training mats. But I got a bunch of training orbs, so I got a bunch of training mats. I could do that stuff, but I don't got gold. Gold is the one that's hindering me from doing things. And that's the only problem that I have at the moment, is more gold. More gold is the big thing, and when it comes down to it, it's just, there's only so much gold that you get in the game, and there's only so much that you could actually, you know, get through the whole thing and start, you know, bringing up characters and stuff. But let's look at that. Let's look at what the payday event started here, which I'm going to start for probably a month to see how much gold I can accumulate in a month. And hopefully Gambit doesn't run me out, because at the time of this video, Gambit's coming out, Rogue is coming out in the Scourge event, and you got to go ahead and level these characters up. So it costs gold. I got training mats. It just costs gold. But let's get over there. Let's look at the payday event, because the payday event is the big thing that they increased. But can you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit the like button, because hey, why not? It's free. Just do it anyway. It helps me out, helps you guys out. But I'm sitting here looking at the recent payday event, and the payday event basically is showing that we got an increase in gold, in the gold amount, and that's a big thing, because before it was only about, I think, 3.6 million. So now it is pushing 5.4 if you made it to the last tier. So if you made it to the last tier, great. If you didn't, well, then you got some work to do, and it's definitely worth it, because, well, 5.4 million puts me way ahead of where I was before. So I'm starting off like that to go ahead and keep it somewhere around this type of, you know, I'm trying to get as much gold as I can. So 5.4 mil did help out, but looking over everything, looking back at everything, it's a lot to do, because I'm gonna limit myself to 1 million gold per day for the next 30 days. So the next 25. So because I've already started. I started at the payday event. I'm just gonna keep holding, and there's only so much gold in the game that we get. So looking at it with the gold that we get from everywhere else. So got a sheet here, boom. So there's a lot of, obviously we got objectives, and I just took out the objectives that don't give us any like gold. They do give us ISO 8 energy and stuff like that, but we don't really need to worry about that. It's the other parts of it, which is the Heroes campaign, the total progress, autoing 3 mission, open 2 orbs. All these give out a bunch of different amounts of gold, and I've labeled them there. So you get about 235,000 in gold from just doing the daily objectives. Then we also got, if you're going to be doing raids, and if you do 10 per day, if not more, but I'm just going to just base it off the fact that it's 10 per day. So 10 per day, I'm going to be doing Doom 2. So that's 150,000 per day. And this is just Doom 2.0, not Doom 2.1 or 2.2 or anything like that with the extra bonuses. It's just flat out, boom. So 150,000 a day for every win. Well, for 10 wins. Same thing with Gamma. Gamma's out right now. Got a little bit better with the Wakanda's rework, but it's giving out 76,250 gold per day. And now we're looking at the free energy that we get, which is 3 times a day. So we do get 240 of both, you know, regular campaign energy and ISO 8 energy. So that gets a little bit over 100,000 altogether. And then I'm just going based on 600, you know, energy spent during the day, which is that totaling of 360 there. And then for the rest of the ISO 8 spent, which is another 160 to get that 400 just to complete the actual ISO daily objective. But you can't get exactly that, so it's more, I just did 168, so you get a little bit over 102,000 for that. And for all those added up, you get 439,395. Now, me, I do have some power cores, so I do tend to refresh, you know, with power cores. And yes, it kind of sucks that, you know, there's power cores there, but if you got them, use them, because they're there. So use the power cores. But in terms of if you could do it both, if you could do both of the isolate energy and companion energy, boom, you get a lot more to choose. You get a lot more gold. It's not a lot, but it's still something, because hey, we all need gold, and gold is the biggest thing here, the biggest bottleneck. But I'm looking at, if I don't do the 4 core refreshes on both, which I normally do both, so I'm spending 400 cores a day, I'm going to get around 844,000 gold, a little bit more or whatever. And if I spend a little bit more campaign energy, great. But we do also get a web milestone for the daily milestone energy. So if you use that 100 energy, you're getting 26,300 extra gold, totaling out, boom, 844. Now my current progress, I started off at 5.99 million on 5/13, which was the payday event. So once the payday event was over, we're starting to go for it now when we look in game, because hey, I've saved, I'm trying to save up the gold, I'm trying to get there and put it away. But the big one is, you know, I trying to, come on, pop up there. So right now I'm at 7.45 million. So 7.45 million gold. I'm gonna get some more here because I haven't actually done the actual, you know, I haven't collected all the objectives yet. I haven't pushed in my free energy yet. I'm gonna start doing raids today too and start to keep pushing it. I'm only gonna use 1 million a day. And yes, it's a pain, it sucks, but I gotta do it because I want to get more gold and I want to be able to go ahead and beef up Gambit and Rogue when they come out. But that's what this game is. It gives you bottlenecks, but looking at the spreadsheet and then looking at all the stuff that I gotta do, you know, you can get a lot of gold, but you just gotta push your way through it, and you gotta have some type of patience and restriction on it, because Jesus, a lot of this is just but this is a lot of objectives. I mean, come on, that's a lot of objectives to do, a lot of stuff that you can get from. But I mean, come on, I gotta go ahead and stagger myself, because I don't want to be caught with 45,000 gold or 450,000 gold and boom, Gambit drops, and then what? I'm screwed. So not doing it. So maybe if you do got some sensibility, if you do got some pause or caution in yourself, go ahead and try to restrict yourself to 1 million gold. I'm gonna try it out for the next 25 days and see how much gold I get, and hopefully Gambit doesn't drop at the same time the Scourge event comes out over the next 25 days and it hits me for a bunch of gold. But you know, I have seen some people where they just spend 4, 5, 6, 10 million gold and they still got some there. My bottleneck is gold, so I'm gonna try this out and do it at 1 million a day and write down how much gold I've actually, you know, got at the end of the day. And right now it's the 18th, so we'll just keep pushing it again. So right now I'm at 7.45 million. At the end of the day, I'm gonna write it, I'm gonna mark it down, boom, that's what I got, and we're just gonna see if it accumulates over time for this particular bottleneck for me. But if you got patience, do it. If you don't, then just keep doing what you normally do, and hopefully you got gold coming to you, because it's not really, it's a bottleneck for me. Training mats is others, and they do got some events out there, but they increased the payday event to 5.4 million, which is great. That's a good thing. I wish it could have been something different, but maybe extra gold during some of the objectives, but they're not doing that, so blah. But this is my next excursion, and I'm going to be doing this live on Twitch too, trying to keep myself to 1 million gold and trying not to screw myself over with any of the new characters. So I'm going to avoid pushing for A-Force right now, at least the 2 new characters. I'll go ahead and unlock them, but I'm not going to superly increase them up in levels. I'll do it slowly. Wakandans, I'm gonna try to beef them up for the next Cosmic Crucible, which is coming up in 2 days, but I'm gonna keep myself at 1 million. So basically, now I gotta actually figure out who I'm gonna spend gold on, because I don't want to go over. But that's what that's what this game is, resource management, and this is the big one. My bottleneck right now is the payday event, and I'm gonna go ahead and restrict myself on gold. So let's see how that works out next 25 days. I'm gonna go ahead and keep updating myself, and if I can push further, I'm gonna push further and try out for maybe another 3 months, and then maybe another 6 months down the road. So hopefully this goes good and I end up getting a bunch of gold just in stock, just waiting to go ahead and be spent on some brand new characters or gear that I need. But hey, until the next video, deuces.